Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hey guys, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. Today's beer comes from Evil Twin Brewing, and they say this one was done in New York. I don't know if Jeppy has actually got a brewery somewhere now, because he's a vagabond brewer. I have heard that he was going to do something and open up something somewhere, so I don't know exactly whether he is having this done for his somewhere else, or exactly he has actually done something as far as opening up a brewery. Uh, I don't buy Evil Twin beers anymore, guys. The ones that follow me know that me and him fell out a little while ago because he's an asshole, basically. So I don't buy his beers anymore, but I do review them when people like Rico and other people send them to me. Uh, but that's water under the bridge now. So the man does some really tasty dark beers, no doubt about it. I will not fault him for that. Just about everything that I've had from them in the dark beer range, the Imperial Stouts and stuff, have been outstanding. So he does know how to do that. This was, like I said, it was sent to me by Rico, and the note he sent on this one says 2017 Evil Twin Unstouttd, 10% smoked Imperial Stout, 55 IBUs, sold in 4-packs, and it can be purchased individually for $4, which is not too bad for a 10% in a 16-ounce can. It's not barrel aged or anything like that. Surprisingly, knowing Evil Twin, this actually has a can on date. So whether he's opened up his own thing now and is actually putting a date on it, or the particular brewery he chose to do this one actually had a dating machine where they could date the stuff. So I'm not sure there. He says on the bottom of the can it reads 06-16-17. So this was put in the can in June of 2017, and today is the 24th of October of 2017. You can do the math. June, July, August, September, October. We're a little over 4 months in the can on this one. But it's a 10% stout, so it's not going to go bad. They didn't use any coffee as far as I know on this, or anything that's going to fade over time. And then he writes, hello friends at Untappd. Untappd, those guys have got it going on. Usually I agree with those guys 9 out of 10 times with the rating they give in their stuff. So they are a little more accurate and a little more in line with what I think and a lot of other people think. Where Rate Beer, which we don't use anymore because they were bought out, and Beer Advocate. Sometimes they're a little, unless it's blowing the hair back on these guys, they're not impressed with the beer. And a lot of times, and beer tastes are subjective, guys. What I think is a 10 now, thought was maybe even undrinkable when I first started doing craft beers, and vice versa. What I may thought it was a 10 then, not so much now. It all depends on where your palate is, what you like to drink, and what you're impressed by. So, just because I like it or dislike it doesn't mean you are. You may love what I don't like, and vice versa. You may not like what I do like. So, this is just what I think of the beer, and it's just my opinion. There are people that disagree with me and think the numbers I give them are off, wrong, low, high. Judge for yourself. Like I said, beer tastes are very subjective. You may love what I hate, and you may hate what I love. So don't base it on that. I'm just my opinion. I have done quite a few beers, and my palate has advanced quite a bit since I first started doing them. So just take that with a grain of salt. And if I give a beer a 10 and you try it and you don't like it, that's just the style of beer that it is and where your palate is at the time and what you like and or don't like. So let's get on with this one. Like I said, this is a 10%er. Let's see if we have any IBUs. Untapped has it at 55. So, according to what Rico tells me, this does have a canned on date on the bottom of it, and I am seeing that. It says, hello friends at Untapped 06/16/17. So, and it does have the ABV written on it. I don't think it has the IBUs that I can see written on it anywhere. So they've got that. They've got those numbers from somewhere, whether they went to the website or whatever they did to get those numbers. It is available. So commercial description on tap says smoked Imperial Stout. So that's it. It's time. Final beer of the evening for me. Let's pop the top on this and get it into the glass. This is a big 16-ounce can with a stick wraparound label on it. And it's pouring pitch black coming out of the can. While I'm pouring it, I would tell you, whoops, man, this thing has gone crazy. While I'm pouring it, I would tell you that cheeses are Buddy, Brie, Gouda, Havarti, Swiss. Goes well with your chocolate dishes, digestive. Meat is beef, smoked meat, game, and grilled meat. It's not pouring very much ahead, so let's stand it up. Glass brought a pint back Nonic tumbler snifter, oversized wine glass. I got my favorite snifter today, guys. It says here can be settled for a long period of time. I'm not going to get it all in there, being a big 16-ouncer. I didn't want to pour it all the way to the top because I want to get my big old nose down in there. Didn't pour any head at all. Seems to be a little undercarbonated, but sometimes with the big Imperial Stouts, you don't get a lot of head. This depends. I mean, sometimes you get way too much. Sometimes you get just the right amount. Sometimes you get none. We got none on this. It actually looks flat. There is absolutely no carbonation on the top of the beer, but I do see some bubbles streaming up from the bottom. It is absolutely black, guys. I cannot see any light through the beer whatsoever. So to the nose we go. Rich roasted malt. Hints of bittersweet chocolate. Maybe a little black molasses, brown sugar. Got a very nice sweetness to the back end. Not getting a whole lot of the smoked malt right now. It's right out of the fridge. It does smell pretty good, so let's dive in and see what we got. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Rico. Very pleasant. Big time roasted malt. Almost to the burnt characteristics. And like I said, I'm getting the molasses, hints of bittersweet chocolate. Not getting a lot of dark fruits, but they may come out as it warms up to room temperature, which I always let it do. Very nice. It is very nice. Like I said, I think it's a little undercarbonated. I would like to see a little bit of the head pour on that. It's not like we're drinking a 15 or 18%er. It's only a 10%, so it's better than have a no head at all than to be gushing out of the can. So, which I have had some of his beers, or at least one of them do. Better to be a little undercarbonated than to be way overcarbonated, where it's just gushing all over the place and you're getting 10 fingers of head. Of course, I'm not going there, but you know what I'm saying. So let me sip on this and let it come up to room temperature. Let me pour the back end of this in there before I go off camera. I'll sip on this and go outside on the deck and fire up my stogie and see where this one ends up. Like I said, Evil Twin, they do pretty good versions of their dark beers. I'm not getting a lot of smokiness right now, so let's see if any of that comes out once they come at the room temperature and I come back. Alright guys, I'm back. Been sitting on about 30 minutes or so. Now that it's warmed up, I am getting some of that smoky malt. Very tasty beer. I mean, it's like I said, Evil Twin are known for their dark beers, and this is no exception. It's pretty tasty. Uh, this particular one has the date on the bottom of it, which is 2 thumbs up for me. Even though it's an Imperial Stout, it's not going to go bad. I would like to know when it was put in the can. At least a month and the year. The day is not critical. It doesn't matter what day of the month they did it. But I'd like to know if they did it in January of 2017, July, or December, what part of the year that they do it. And they did it on this one. So I'm very appreciative of that. So you know how old the beer is that you're drinking. And this one was done in June as far as putting it in the can. And here we are in October, so I know exactly how many months old it is. The day is not critical. They don't have to do that, but it's on this one. So I do like that. I will give them kudos for that. And like I said, I'm not sure whether he's doing all of his stuff at that brewery in New York, or it just happens to be one of the breweries that he chose to brew this particular beer. I'm not sure. And with that being said, I found it very tasty. I don't think it's quite to the A category, though. I've had better beers from these guys and other people too. But it is a nice beer. It is a nice beer. And at $4 for a can, it's not too awful bad. I mean, if you go to a bar and order a 10% Imperial Stout, you're going to pay more than $4 for it, especially for a 16-ounce pour. So you got to take that into consideration too when you're buying beer or drinking beer out at a bar or brew pub or whatever. You're not going to get a 16-ounce pour of a 10% beer for $4. I don't think you're going to get it anywhere. They're going to give you an 8-ounce, maybe even a 10-ounce pour of this, and it's going to cost you between $7 and $10 for that pour. So I don't think the price is too bad on this. For $4, it's definitely worth that. So I did enjoy this. I wish it had a little bit more smokiness to it than what I'm getting. But now that it's warmed up, I am getting a little bit of it. It's not overpowering or it's not outstanding as far as the smokiness goes, but it's there. Yeah, I mean, it's subtle, but it's there. Very nice. Final chug. Rich roasted malt, hints of black molasses, a little bit of bittersweet chocolate, not much. Not getting a lot of dark fruit on this, maybe some dates or plums, and a slight hint of some smokiness now that it's warmed up. To me, guys, I'm going to be straight up honest with you. I think it's a B+, and that's what I'm going to put it. Since they did put the date on the bottom of the can, I'm giving the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to give it an 89. That's where I'm going to put it. Over to Beer Advocate, they say 3.94. That's also in their B+ range. And for our final check-in, we'll go over to Untappd, and Untappd has it at 3.93. B+ there also. So it's unanimous, the B+ beer, guys. I'm not getting as much smokiness as I was hoping to get, but I do appreciate them putting the canned-on date on it. So that weighs a lot in my book. That's why. If it didn't have the canned-on date on it, it'd probably be a B beer. But since it does have the canned-on date on it, I'm going up to the B+. So it's right on the verge. I mean, if it had a little bit more smokiness to it, I would probably even give it an A-, especially since it has the date on the bottom of it. So with that being said, if you've had this from Evil Twin, they're unstouted. Let me know what you think. 10%, 55 IBUs. Fairly tasty beer. I enjoyed this. Thanks again, Rico. I do appreciate it, my brother. If you've had it, guys, let me know what you think. Till we meet again, let's go see what's in the fridge.